Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Tune Up Tuesday. Yes. So, question for you. What tweaks and changes are you making today in your life, in your business, in everything? Just life in whole. What tweaks and changes are you making today? So, yes, as I mentioned yesterday, I'm doing a 30-day health challenge. And yesterday I set my baseline. I spent day one doing baseline. So now that I know that I am way over on my carb total, way over on my fat total, and well under on my protein total, I'm now having to start to make tweaks and changes. But I'm doing small incremental changes rather than just doing a boom, this is the line, this is what we do from today. Because with me, that ain't going to work. It's the small tweaks, because small tweaks and changes I can adapt to very quickly. Whereas if you like slam, no more of any of this, we're starting all fresh today, yeah, that ain't going to work. So today I start making tweaks and changes to my eating plan to help me get more in alignment with what with what my food goals are with eating. So luckily today is also grocery shopping day. So I'm already looking at my thing. And of course, when you go on Instacart and you bring up the fact that you want to do a shop and all of that, if you pick one of the stores you've used, it goes, oh, this is what you've ordered before. Do you want to order it again? And I really, really wish that they had a button there where you could say, I don't want to see this product again in my buy thing, because some products I've bought and I'm like, yeah, I really don't like that. And I want to see more, and yes, I've bought it in the past, but I don't want to see it again in my shopping list. So I'd really like to be able to customize it that way, because there'll be a few things in there that I will never be ordering again. And now I can start ordering things that are more protein rich, less carbs, less fat, but doing it in small incremental changes. So that's my tweaks and changes for today. We got in a good amount of exercise yesterday. We got a total of 75 minutes walking between the morning walk, the quick lunchtime walk, and the end of the day walk. And then I was looking at my pedometer and noticed that on the weekends, I consistently walk. On Saturday and Sunday, I'm consistently walking 3 times further than I do Monday through Friday. So we're going to be changing that up a little bit. And so I'm trying to figure out, okay, I've got this pet area here that is any part of the resort where I can walk Zeffy. How can I make it go longer? And I could, go around the outside of the perimeter. Yeah, I could do that. I could just kind of do like a big block, like we'll do half of it. But then I thought, what happens if I zigzag? So we've got a main road that comes up the middle of the park, of the pet area of the resort. But what if I leave out of my door and I go up to the grass area? She gets to do her thing as we walk to the next street. Then we go down this street onto this grass area, and then we go back down this way. So we start zigzagging down the streets. And I've got it worked out that when we go out, we have to go to the right in order for this to work correctly, because I'm on an even street and the road at the top is an odd street. So I need it to be able to go that way on the odd street. So I need to go west on the even streets and east on the odd streets, because then when I get to the 25th Street, which is the one that goes across the back area, then I can walk straight across, not go down the middle road. And then when I get around the corner there, I can start coming back and doing the east on the evens and the west on the odds. And then by the time I get down to 20th Street, because we only have the 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, the 6 streets, then it puts me back onto the right way, that I can then keep zigzagging and end up here. And I never cross the same path twice. So I thought maybe that's what we're going to have to do. So we did a little bit of that last night, which is why our walk ended up so longer. But we're going to try it tonight. We're going to do the whole thing tonight and see how we go. So that'll be interesting. So again, making tweaks and changes. And because on this one we have to do... the goal is to do 128 ounces of water a day. This is my 18-ounce bottle, and I need about 7 of these to equal 128 ounces. Now, I do have a big 128-ounce bottle. 128 ounces equal to a gallon. And I thought, well, I could just use that, because then I can see where I'm at. But then yesterday I found that I was getting up more because my water bottle would empty. I got to go fill it. So while I was up and filling that, I would take time to dog here, sorry. Take time to do some calisthenics, do some dancing, do some stretching, some adding extra activities in every time I get up, because otherwise I would just be sitting here with this gallon of water sitting here and just glugging that down and not really getting up unless I had to answer nature's call. So I figured if I have to get up when my water bottle's empty and I have to fill it, I can take 5 minutes to quickly do some stretching, do some calisthenics, do some dancing, or just put one song on and just dance to that song, however long it is. And then we sit back down and we get back to work. So that will help keep the energy levels high by having these regular breaks throughout the day to be able to go and add an extra activity as well. And I'm rereading my way through Super Attractor. So I got my 10 pages done this morning after my quiet time. So it's off to another rocking start today with that. So it's just making these little tweaks and changes as I go along. And they have these 3 tiers for us to work at. And so I have actually made the easiest tier my goal, that by the end of the month, I will be doing everything on that list consistently. So, but there's going to be little tweaks and changes, which is why I baselined yesterday, little tweaks and changes along the way, making decisions. Oh, instead of using this, instead of using the 128 ounces, I use 18 ounces. That way I have to get up more often and I can do some form of movement during that time. And, it's getting extra movement in for the day. So we're getting there. It's only day two, but we're making tweaks and changes every single day. So those are my tweaks and changes that I'm making. And of course, it's going to spill over into other areas of life as well. Just when I look around and with what I wrote in my journal this morning with Super Attractor and things that I feel I need to be doing that I can do better, and how can I make those changes. So working on lots of good things today. So anyway, that's it for me for today, for this morning anyway. Go out, have a super fantastic sparkling day, and we'll catch you guys this evening, around 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Heck, unless we're out for an extra long walk. Heck, Conera.